What is up, guys? Jake from OneHive here with our next cleanup video. This one is a La Luna attack, and as you see on the base here, we'll go ahead and get the scout started. There's a Tesla here, there's one here, there's one here, and one right there. Now, the first attack we're going to look at is from Sam Swag King here. Does a really nice attack. There's nothing, inherently wrong with this attack. It just doesn't quite pan out, and we'll talk about why. First thing he does is drop a few golems, one there, one there. He's going to back them up with the wizards, which is good. All of those point defense are going to be tanking. The golem's going to be tanking all that, so no trouble there. He does drop a few wall breakers and does try to offset it. He puts it in the middle here, but one of them gets taken out by a little splash damage, and this wall does not quite get busted. This particular wall does, and this golem walks around. For some reason, this golem stays on the wall until it completely breaks through. Not a huge deal there, though. Then everything goes in, sends the king, queen, all of that in, and drops a nice jump spell right here, which is good. Actually, let me back up. That's not exactly what it was. He dropped it like right here. CC troops come out. I almost wish he would have dropped the jump spell over here, because dropping it right there, his golem split. One goes this way, and one has to go off this way. What that does is makes the CC troop split a little bit, and he has to hold his lightning a little while, I guess, to decide where he wants to place it. But all that goes fine. The queen comes out, the king takes it out. Everything's going pretty well, except for he uses his queen's ability a little early, and when all this is taken out and this air defense is down, this X-bow is locked onto the queen, and she does not have enough health to take it out and get to the second air defense, which was obviously the goal. He wanted that second air defense taken out, and it just didn't happen. From there, he goes and starts his La Luna attack, which is great. Sending in, lava hounds at different angles, like this. Sending in balloons, rage placement, all that's normal stuff. This clockwise motion, it's all good stuff. It all goes great, but right in this area it starts petering out because of this air defense. These balloons that try to cut across and help reinforce over here and back up, this guy's just taking them out, shooting them. He has a few skeleton traps that are taking out his balloons that are set to air. It just sort of runs out of juice. Now, clearing all this out of the way, and this goes to the second video, the second attack we'll watch. I think one of his mistakes was coming in from this angle. If you look at this base, you've got the queens here. You've got sort of two options. These air defenses are set basically equidistant apart. It's a perfect square. So any side of this base you wanted to come from, you would have the same opportunity to take out two air defenses. But choosing to come in here with these two storages right in between the air defenses, I think, was a mistake. Your queen is going to get hung up on those, the king, etc. They're going to have to take that out before they get to the air defenses. I think a better choice in who's the guy? I have to look and see who's attacking second. I'm sorry, I didn't look there. What they do is come in from this side. I think it's a better option. You can still get to the queen just as easily. You can still get to these two air defenses just as easily, but a lot less HP guarding those air defenses. I know the town hall's there, but still, I think it's a lot less and a lot easier to get in there and take them out than it is to come from this side. And right when you're dealing with the CC troops and all that, your queen's back here focused on those storages. So, also, you've got an X-bow here that you've got to deal with, which is much higher HP than other defenses. So that's just a lot of HP over there. But let's watch this attack. Let's watch it live. Then we will come back to the drawing board and talk about how it was corrected. All right, here goes Sam taking off. Golem goes down, second golem. Really nice spread. All that targeting the golems. And I misspoke on the drawing there. He only brought 2 wall breakers, guys. Lego walls take 3 wall breakers, so remember that. Big mistake there. Got to know how many wall breakers to take for each wall, and you'll see the second golem taking a little time to get through, which just slowed it down a little bit. Not bad because his wizards were just catching up, but remember that it could cost you a lot bigger in a raid. You see the queen's down, the funnel's created, free to send the king in here. The jump spell goes down. You see how his golem split though. And it wasn't because of the jump spell. I misspoke again there. It was because of where the wall breakers busted those skull walls. But it split, and it causes the clan castle troops to split a little bit. So he kind of hesitated on his on his lightning, which caused his golem to take a lot more damage because of those troops being up a little bit longer. But right here, everything's taken down. The queen's down, the CC troops are down, and the queen's getting to work. But as you see right there, she's already used her ability. She's stuck on that X-bow, and right when it goes down, she starts to get on the air defense, but just not enough time. The hound attack is already underway. Really good job on deployment, numbers, spell placement. All this was great, but because of the fact that the push didn't get through, I think it took too much time between the split CC troops, the higher HP buildings on that side, not getting that second air defense. And as you see the balloons coming across here, that that last air defense comes into play, taking out balloon after balloon. The pups there, or the skeletons, set the air, taking out a few, and just runs out of juice. Again, nice attack, 2-star attack. Got most of the base wrecked, but just didn't get it quite finished. And I think it was because of that initial push failing. So good job, attack. Good job, Sam. Nice attack. Let's go back to the drawing board and see how we got it corrected. Okay, we're back at the drawing board. Soonthorn, I'm sorry, I could not think of the name before when I was drawing on the other one. Soonthorn saw the attack, came back in, made the adjustments and cleaned this up. And again, he came from this side. He drops a golem here, a golem here. Same thing with the wizards behind. Really nice job spreading them out, because all of this is targeting his golems. Even these two defenses up here are targeting this golem, and he wisely keeps his wall breakers, does not deploy them yet, because he even puts a few extra wizards up here and they come down to start shooting at those defenses. So very nice there. He brings 5 wall breakers, so overkill, which is good. A few extra never hurt anybody. Drops them in the middle, opens everything up. King, queen go down. All that's going great. Drops it does not bring a jump spell, because the queen is going to come right over this wall. As soon as this golem gets here, that's another reason to come from this angle. You've got to have a jump spell to get to the queen from this direction. From this direction, you don't. So good adjustment there by Soon. Then just comes right in, king, queen, all this goes down, and you'll see by the time all this is taken out and the queen's dead, his golems are not even busted into golemites. The CC troops were nice and clumped up here, good lightning on them. Everything goes down except for the witch, but the wizards coming in and the queen go ahead and make short work of that. So then he does get both of these air defenses, all of these defenses. The queen actually gets the X-bow. I mean, this right here is gone when he starts his air attack, so you know what's going to happen. Start sending balloons in, or hounds in. I think he comes from this angle first, sending one there. He might have just brought the 2 hounds. He might have just, let me back up on this. Sorry, guys. I've watched a million attacks tonight. Sends a hound in here, just targeted balloons, because look how little there is to actually hurt him. And all of these defenses, we talked about this in the video, all of these defenses are going to be shooting at the lava hounds, not as balloons. So they're completely free of damage. Everything I've got circled there, they're all targeting the lava hounds. His balloons can just come in and absolutely wreck this base. So let's watch Soon do it, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Okay, watch the nice spread on the golems there. They're soaking up all that damage. Even that, he drops that one wizard too quickly up top, but you'll see here immediately after it goes down, the golem starts drawing aggro, and now he drops a few extra there. They're going to go in and take out those cannon and archer tower. Again, holding his wall breakers here, letting those golems do the tanking. Right there, the wall breaker goes down, the golems go in. You'll see everything's going perfect at this point. The funnel is huge. The whole side of the base trash building, nothing to bring his troops wrapped around. All the CT troops getting one nice ball there. Lightning spell goes down. King's still up, queen's still up. The defensive king and queen are going down here pretty quickly. What you see is golems still doing all that tanking. Right there, they're low. I'm sorry, one of the golems had busted into golemites. One of them has not yet there, so still doing a lot of tanking for him. The queen is completely untouched. But because of the golems doing the tanking, the king's still up. He's working on the town hall. It's almost down, so that helped the queen out. A few shots, it goes down. Here goes the first air defense. Look at the wizards in there. Still got wizards because the golems are still doing the tanking. The queen goes over, finishes off that archer tower, then comes over, takes out the CC troop, the castle, the clan castle there, and then focuses on the X-bow. Because the golems are still tanking that X-bow, nothing's touching her. She's sitting here by herself, and look how much of this base is going to be wiped out. She still has her ability. Look how much of this base is wiped out by the time Soon is done with it. Basically half the base, not quite, but almost half the base. You see one lava hound for each air defense, then targeted balloons for each remaining defensive building. got 3 rage spells, so no problem there. Keeping the balloons, everything rage moving right through. Just a beautiful attack and really wrecked that base. Could have put a few more loons up there on that Expo because it didn't go down, but the queen picks up the slack, goes ahead and takes it out, and then it's just cleanup time. All right, guys, hope this the take-home lesson here is really pay attention which side of the base you're going to come in on. It can make a big difference on your raid where you bring your golems and your heroes. Some are just a lot easier as shown here. So hope you learned something. Hope you liked the video. Until next time, Jake from OneHive reminding you guys to suck less.